OSPF version 3 address family support. Now this is something newly introduced in the new iOS versions. So it's something introduced in the 15.0 iOS versions, completely a new configuration. New configuration for both IP version 4 and IP version 6. So we'll try to see how we can configure OSPFv3 address family support in the new iOS versions. So let's get into some of the basics before we get into the actual command line. Now OSPFv3, if you remember, we have some OSPFv2 which is for IP version 4, and we have some OSPFv3 which was introduced for IP version 6 related configurations. But now there is something called OSPFv3 address family support, where you can have both IPv4 and IPv6 configurations under the same process. Now we can configure only one process instead of doing a separate configuration. Like in the previous versions, we used to have router OSPF1, and then if you want to configure IPv6, we need to say IPv6 router OSPF1. So it's going to be a totally different process, but we can have the same process running for both IP version 4 and IP version 6. So address family support, OSPFv3 address family is a routing protocol for both IP version 4 and IP version 6. It has been released from iOS version 15.1 to 15.2. Now every address family will have a different adjacencies, which means you will have a separate adjacency for IP version 4 and IP version 6, and a separate link state database for both IP version 4 and IP version 6. And the shortest path calculation is also completely separate for IP version 4 and IP version 6. Now let's take an example. In case if you want to run IP version 4 on this interface and you want to run OSPFv3 address family, now it becomes mandatory for you to have IPv6 enabled on that particular interface. Now we don't need to have an IPv6 address, that is not mandatory, but IPv6 has to be enabled on that particular interface, even if there is no IP address. And if you want this OSPFv3 address family support, you need to ensure that IPv6 unicast routing is also enabled if you want to get into this router mode. So that's something we'll get into that more in detail when we start getting into the command line. So let's see the commands. Now OSPFv3 address family configuration, now the command line will be something like this. We need to say router OSPFv3, and then we have to define the process ID. Now when you define this command, if there is no IPv6 routing is enabled, like by default mostly all the iOS do not have IPv6 routing enabled, it's going to give you some warning message. Now we need to ensure that we enable IPv6 unicast routing before we give this command. And after that, if you want, we can use question mark, like let me just get into the command line here. I got a router 1, so we can go to, this is the 15.0 iOS version which I'm using. We need to say router OSPFv3 and then process ID. I can see the message here, it says IPv6 routing has to be enabled. Let's enable IPv6 routing, and then let me add this command. And now if you use question mark, you have different options which you can configure for OSPF here. Now again, after that there is address family. We can either use IPv4 and IPv6. Now depending upon the options, let's say if you are going to configure anything here, let's say I'm going to configure the router ID as 1.1.1.1. If I don't get into the specific address family, without going into the specific address family, if I give the command here, it's going to apply for both IP version 4 as well as for IP version 6. Now if you want to make any changes to specific parameters where you want to apply the same parameters for both, like router ID, or maybe you are using some authentication, whatever the configurations you want commonly to be applied for both IPv4 and IPv6, we can apply without getting into the address family. Now if you want any specific configurations to be applied only for IP version 4, we have to get into the address family IPv4 unicast, and then the commands comes here inside the router mode and under the address family. Now same thing, whatever the changes you want to apply for IP version 6, then we need to get into the address family IPv6. And then there are some advertisements, like we don't have any network commands here. Instead of network commands, we just need to go to the interface and we need to enable the protocol under the interface. If you want to enable IP version 4, we have to give this command. OSPFv3 process ID, and then IPv4 and the area number. And if you want to enable IPv6 also, in that case we just need to say OSPFv3 IPv6 area 0. Now in my scenario, I'm going to enable on both the interfaces which are connecting in the LAN and in the WAN. Now verification commands are also slightly different here. If you want to verify IPv4 routes, we have to say show IP route OSPFv3. And then if you want to verify show IP OSPF interface brief, here we have to say show OSPFv3 interface brief, and then show OSPFv3 neighbor, because normally we are used to that show IP OSPF neighbor. That command will not show you anything. You have to say show OSPFv3 neighbor. So when I use show IP OSPF neighbor, it's going to show you the neighbors based on the old configurations. Now again, show IP protocols, show IPv6 protocols are same, and then IPv6 route commands are almost similar. So let's get into the command line. Now for verifying this lab, what I'm doing is I got some two routers here, the router 1 which is connected to router 2, and on both the routers I have a pre-configured IPv4 addresses as well as IPv6 addresses. So I want to configure router 1 and router 2 based on the OSPFv3 address family support. So I want to go with a new configuration. So let's get into the command line. I'll start with router 1. On the router 1, first we need to ensure that we enable IPv6 unicast routing, and then I need to say router OSPFv3 1. And then if you want to give router ID, we can just go with the router ID here, and if I give here, it's going to apply for both. And then let me do the advertisements. Now if you want to do any specific configurations relating to IPv4 unicast, now we can change here. Now if you make any changes under the specific address family mode, it's going to override the global configuration mode anyway, more similar to interface specific configurations to global specific configuration. Now let's go to the command line. Now to advertise, we just need to go to the interface S1 by 0. We need to say OSPFv3, and then we need to define the process ID, and then I need to say whether we are using IPv4 or IPv6, and then area 0. And similar way, I'm supposed to do the same thing for IPv6 also. So for IPv6 also, and the same thing, I got one LAN interface. I'm going to advertise the IPv6 as well as IPv4. Now it's not really mandatory that you must use IPv6 here, but even though if there is no IPv6 running, still you can run for IPv4, but ensure that on that interface you must have an IPv6 address configured, or at least IPv6 has to be enabled. Now in my scenario, I got all the IP addresses and IPv6 addresses are pre-configured here as per the diagram. Now let's go to router 2. On the router 2 also, I'm going to do the same thing. Let's enable IPv6 unicast routing, and then I'm going to say OSPFv3 1, and then router ID, I'm going to say 22.2.2.2, and then on the router, and then I need to get into the interface. Now in my scenario, the interface is interface S1 by 0, and then I need to say OSPFv3 1 IPv4 area 0, and then also I need to say IPv6 area 0. You can see the neighborship is up. Now similar way on the F0 by 0 interface, enabling IPv6 as well as IPv4. Now if you just verify the configuration commands what we used, we just went to the interface and enabled these two commands. So now for verification we can use, so if I give show IP OSPF neighbor, you don't see anything here because this is something relating to the old configuration. So if you want to verify, we need to say show OSPFv3 neighbors. It's going to show you a separate address family for IPv4, and you can see this is a neighborship for IPv4 address family, and this is for IPv6 address family, and we can see the router ID has been applied for both address family IPv4 and IP version 6. Now similar way, if you want to verify the routes, we need to say show IP route OSPFv3. So you can see the route on the router 2. I'm able to see the router 1 LAN interface. Now similar way, if you want to verify IPv6 route, show IPv6 route OSPF. Now I can see I'm able to see the router 1 LAN interface, and then you can ping if you try to ping. Let me try to ping FC00:11:1, the LAN interface of the router 1. I can ping from the router 2 to the router 1 LAN interface. Now there are some other commands you can use. Show OSPFv3 interface brief. You can see here on these two interfaces we have IPv4 enabled. Again, it is also showing you the IPv6 configurations. Now this way we can verify the OSPFv3 address family configurations, and if you want to make any changes, like if you want to make any advanced configurations, we need to simply go to the router OSPF1, and then we need to say address family IPv4 unicast. If you want to specifically apply anything for IPv4 unicast, and you can use question mark here. Like you can change the cost, you can advertise the default routes, and you can change the administrator distance, apply some distribution list, passive interface commands, router ID, redistribution, summarization, all these things. Even if you want to make any changes to the timers, you can see here. So all these options you'll find here. And if you want to apply anything, now if you want to make, let's take an example. I'm going to take an example here. This is my 15.iOS version which is running, and this is also 15.iOS version. Now on both the routers I'm using 15.iOS version, so it's working fine for me. But now let's say in case if you're running 12.4 iOS versions, is it backward compatible? So normally if you're running IP version 4, like if you're running 12.4 iOS versions, we cannot run this new OSPFv3 configurations in these iOS versions. So probably we need to run the old configurations here. So which means I can run OSPFv3, and here I can run the new OSPFv3 address family configurations. Now in this kind of scenarios, it will only work for IP version 6, but it is not going to work for IP version 4. Because in the IP version 4, it is going to carry the address family bit, and as this router is running the old configuration, it is not going to understand that address family bits. So that's one thing, you can try it out. Like let's go with a simple configuration. I'll go to router 4. I'm going to assume here that router 4 is running some older iOS version, and then I'll go with a configuration somewhat older iOS versions. How we configure, we generally say router OSPF1, and then we need to say router ID 4.4.4.4, and then we need to say network command 40.network in the LAN, and then advertising the 4.network which is on the WAN interface. So I'm advertising the interface which is on the WAN here, that is 4.network and 40.network here. And then I'll also configure the IPv6 unicast routing, and then I'm going to say IPv6 router OSPF1, and then I'm going to say the router ID is 4.4.4.4, and then advertising the LAN interface IPv6 OSPF1 area 0, and interface S1 by 1 IPv6 OSPF1 area 0. So I just configured the IPv6 and IPv4 OSPF on the router 4 using the old configurations. Let's go to router 1, and the router 1 is running a 15.iOS version. So I'm going to router OSPFv3 1, and then I'm going to advertise that particular interface. So I just need to advertise this interface because all the remaining interfaces are already advertised. So let's go and advertise this interface. On the interface S1 by 0, that's my interface S1 by 1, we need to say OSPFv3 1 IPv4 area 0. I can see there is no neighborship messages here, but if I say IPv6, you will see some neighborship messages. That's what I'm expecting here. You can see for IPv6. Now if you verify show OSPFv3 neighbors, I can see that our OSPFv3 neighborship has been established between the router 4 and the router 1, but only for IP version 6, but there's no neighborship for IP version 4. So even if you verify the normal show IP OSPF neighbor, anyway it doesn't work here because we are not using the old configurations here. So that's a one major difference here. If you're running any older iOS versions, probably you can only run IPv6 between them. So that's something what you will find a small task in the workbook here. If you just come down, I got some notes here as well. Cisco IOS that runs the older than the 15 releases or the third-party devices will not form the neighborship with the devices running with running the address family feature for IP version 4, because they do not set the address family bit. So that's the main reason here. Now let me just quickly summarize what we have seen here. We have seen some of the new configuration which was introduced in the 15. iOS releases. Now it supports something called OSPFv3 with address family support, where we can have one OSPF process configuration for both IP version 4 and IP version 6, and we can separate the configurations by using some address family IPv4 and IPv6 commands. Now if you are going to configure anything without getting into address family, it's going to globally apply for both IPv4 and IP version 6. And if you want to make any changes to specific IPv4 related configurations, we need to get into the address family IPv4 unicast, and then we have to apply the commands like router ID. It can be any other commands.